When new films come out, that means some new trailers are coming in. For the first one, I'm going to talk about this one. I have a lot of thoughts on, and hopefully they can try to pull this one off right. So we just got our first trailer for the live-action How to Train Your Dragon film, and I gotta say, it's funny because last week there were some leaked pictures that went out in certain theaters. They were like, "Oh, we got our first look at Toothless and Hiccup," and I'm like, "Okay, this looks almost like the animation, except with a little bit more detailing in the face." But then we got our first trailer today, and I gotta say, before going into this thing, we got to remember this is a live action adaptation. Just because we know everything from the key points in the animated film, they're going to copy the same thing here. And I can say this is Dreamworks doing this. And I could say for a fact that Dreamworks, yes, they're hit or miss with their animations, but lately they've been doing okay with their new style. The Wild Robot was amazing. And that also the fact that I haven't gotten around to this film yet, but I got to watch it just as of late, The Bad Guys. It's interesting the way they could do that little 2D, 3D style Spider Verse look, but at least they have their own unique style and elements to making it different. But with this being their first live action adaptation, I gotta say, hopefully they could try to make this work because we've seen Disney and they still have a couple of them coming out this year and next year. So I gotta say, DreamWorks, let's see how they can try to interpret their own film because that first film, I saw it back in 2010. I was around 8. And I don't remember seeing any trailers. I just saw the TV spots and everything like that, where it made it feel like a kid's film. And so when I watch it, I'm like, oh, this is something different. I don't feel like I've seen this before. Now let's see how this translates to the live action side of things. So let's take a look.
We can
Stoic.
hang this axe.
Everything looks
You carry all of us with you.
actually stylish and unique. Not like
Dad, I can't kill dragons.
dragons look nice. Almost
But
translated.
you will.
I'm a Viking. I'm a Viking!
They got they're doing the thing, the piano notes for first flight.
It's okay. I won't hurt you.
It's almost shot. Yeah, that's the picture I saw. Shot for shot, almost. Same theme and everything. For a brief teaser, I guess they have the tone and feel to it. What I can say is that the sets and the costume designs for all the Vikings and everything, it looks almost identical to the animation despite a couple differences because I know that there are certain key characters that you can't translate exactly and because of some casting, some of them are different besides of what you know in the animation. The only two people I've seen that are actually confirmed for this film that came back from the animation is Gerard Butler as Stoic the dad, and for the most part, he is not as big as I thought. The armor looks nice, and the other, which we haven't seen in this trailer yet, but I assume we're going to see him in the next one, is Nick Frost as Gobber. That's a character I wonder if they're going to be making him exactly like the animation since he was a little bit stubby, had like a stone for a tooth. He was the guy who actually taught Hiccup and the others how to fight against dragons and built some of the armor and actually worked on some of the machines and tools. Besides that, I wonder because this is my worry with it because I already know with the Disney live actions they change a couple things and add a bit of content, which I'm like, yeah, the animation was perfect, but just because you change it in live action doesn't mean it makes it better because it was already perfect in animation. Like the I'm a Viking scene, I've seen that in the animation and it looks a bit more realistic since Hiccup is a teenager and the actor playing him, Mason Thames, I've seen him in Incoming in that little Netflix comedy that just came out. I've seen him there, and when I heard he was going to be Hiccup, I'm like, okay, he's about the right age. Hopefully it works. And he looks good here. He doesn't seem like the type, and they kind of do repeat a little bit from what they saw in the animation where he's like, I can't kill dragons, but he has to, and it's going to seem more believable than adults doing voice acting, making him translate as children. I know that was the way back then, but I'm gotta have a feeling that we're gonna see something a bit more different here. Hopefully the film's good. And with our next trailer, I wonder we're gonna see a little bit more of elements we've seen in the animation, but also a couple of key newer scenes since I kind of did find this out later that How to Train Your Dragon is a book series. And I wonder if they could actually take some elements from the books and actually do it towards the live action since we've already had three amazing films. but I wonder what can they do from the books, or what elements can they repeat, and what other differences can they make for this. I have high hopes for it, and hopefully this doesn't start something new with DreamWorks, since there are a couple of movies I could say that aren't translatable, but this is the one I feel like, okay, there are humans in the story. They could try to make it work, but my worry is that I hope this isn't shot for shot, since everything I've seen in this trailer is exactly like what I've seen in the animation. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. All my social media down in the description below, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.